Hello, guys. Welcome. Hello. I apologize for keeping you guys waiting. My email has been going nuts. Hello, Veronica. Hello, Megan. Good to see you live, Megan. Hello, Prayerla. Mrs. Cohill. Prayella. Is that right? Prayella. I know it's like a lot more, but I think it's just Prayella, right? Like that's fine to say. Hello, Bianca. Hello, guys. Welcome, guys. I'm like, no, I'm going to slow down and I'm going to say it. Pray Ella. All right, let me silence my phone. So, welcome. And for anyone that just got started today that might be popping on, welcome to you as well. Congratulations for everyone that's, gotten started over the past couple of days. I am truly excited. In my emails, whenever I say or I close it out saying I'm here for you, I promise you, that's not just something to put, but that literally is how I feel about my business. And you can ask anyone that is really involved with what it is I'm doing as their mentor on this journey. When I say I'm here for you, like my mind really never stops working with ways that I can serve and that I can help, and I worry. And the fact of the matter is, I just want people to win. Sometimes I think people think that because when I got started, like I had really nice success out the gate. I think sometimes people think that, I don't really care about other people's success. I think it's really easy to assume that, right? From a lot of people that are just out there. You always wonder, like, do they really care? Am I just a sale? Do they just want my money? Like, those are all very fair skepticisms and assumptions because there are a lot of people, that are out there. But I will tell you, the longer and longer that I'm in this game, I feel so blessed, not just by the work that I'm doing in my own business, but I am literally finding more really like good-hearted people that have like figured this out for themselves, and they really just want to turn right back around and use what they've learned or use what they have access to help other people. And that's such a blessing. It really is. And that's what I want to see happen within our community. That's why I teach and I conduct business the way that I do, because I want to be a really good example of what it means to inspire other people to get started on this journey of making money online, but to also walk the walk of what it means to actually live and back in your word when you say, I'm here for you. So I really want to see people succeed, because even though I've had success, I also know what it feels like to struggle and or to feel like you're by yourself, or to feel like others are winning and you haven't figured it out, and to maybe feel like you are all by yourself. And I don't want anyone to feel that way. Not at all. And I want more people to know that they can truly do this. That's why I share and I give from my abundance so much in terms of my knowledge and what I've experienced, because I don't want to feel like I'm gatekeeping and that everything, is like behind the scenes once you pay. I would rather equip you and inspire you with everything right up front, and then you be able to feel so comfortable about the buying decision that you make when you're like, yeah, you know what? I know I need this course. Because clearly, like, there's no way I could show up here every single day and give away all the contents of the course. Like, I believe it's probably near impossible. But what I can show up and do is really be an example and to let you know what the expectations are, what it takes to succeed, and give you a really fair like peek into the world of deciding to make money online, so that when you do decide to invest in the course for yourself, right, that you know what you're in for. Like, there's no surprise. All right. And just if you could, for those of you guys that are in the course, right, it doesn't matter where you are in it or how long you've been in it, but I definitely have had a couple of emails where people are asking me, first, some people think it's my course. It's not. This course is a digital marketing course. It has master resale rights, and we get to license it. So this is not a course I created. It's a course that I invested into last year. And as soon as I went through it, I knew that people needed this information. So I put my own digital products that I've created over the years on the back burner to stand behind this course because I knew there was no way that I could break down and give everything that this course gives to help people get and understand what this is all about. So could you like weigh in, like literally, like, is this legit? Like, is it legit? Do you feel like it's overwhelming? Do you feel like it's exactly what you needed? Do you wish you would have had it when you first got started? I've heard that a lot. For me, when I first went through it, literally my first thought was the people need this. I'm not even joking. So I spent like 4 days getting my system set up because I knew I needed to get out there. And because I was going through a pivot in my business, I was like, this is exactly what's going to like lead my pivot. This is exactly what I am standing behind, right? And literally from the day I announced it, I haven't swayed. From the day that I announced it, like way back in June, I think it was, haven't swayed, right? And it just grows strong. My conviction grows stronger and stronger and stronger, right? The more that I'm a part of it. And you know why my conviction grows stronger? Because I'm a student of this actual course. I'm a student of what it stands for. I'm a student of everything that's in it. Not only does my 16 years of experience, not only is it already wrapped up in this course, meaning I knew like most of this, the foundation of this course, I know, right? Like I know that it took me so many years to acquire this knowledge and it took me years to develop these skills. I had to piecemeal them all together. And so when I look at this course, decide to invest in themselves, see the bigger picture, really come in this with the mind that, you know what, I want to get this. I want to make this my new way of life. And what I mean by this, I mean earning online, right? Like building up your business where all of your money is like through a 1099, right? Or if you decide to keep your job and you're able to double up your money through your business. I want people to have the confidence that they can come online and that whatever their goal, dream, or aspiration is around making money online, that they can do it. They can go get it. And this is one of those courses where it doesn't matter if you have a goal, a vision of something you want to do, an ebook you want to write, a course that you want to create, an idea that you want to lay down and begin to get out to other people, or whether you're like me, where you love the idea of making money online and you want to be a contributor out there on the internet to help other people realize like this is the way. Right? I was first a student of this. I learned this for myself. It helped me make money. And you want to turn right back around and offer other people the same opportunity. Like it doesn't matter what your goal ends up being. This course is going to inspire you. It's going to empower you. And it's going to teach you the digital marketing and online business skills that you need, right? To do whatever you want to do online, right? Like that is the truth, right? Hey, Ashley, just purchased. Yay! I'm excited. Yeah. And see, Ashley, right? She connected with me today. She's one of those people where she has a whole vision for her business, right? She wants to learn digital marketing to help her with the business idea she already has. And she also understands what digital marketing can mean, just for the longevity of being online. She understands that it could afford her a lot of opportunities outside of like the way that I approach digital marketing and the way that I leverage it. So excited to have you. Veronica says, absolutely, this course over delivers. I had no idea how awesome this course would be. And Veronica knew nothing about making money online when she came to me, nothing at all. And I didn't know that she knew nothing until much later. She didn't know the terminology. She didn't know anything. She didn't have anything set up. She didn't have working knowledge of any of this stuff. And within 3 weeks, while working a full-time job, she was able to chunk away and she was able to get her business completely set up. Someone sent me over an email today. I believe his name is Larry, and welcome, Larry. I saw you got started as well. He said, will this help me set up? Will this help me learn how to set up his payment processors or something about, learning how to like accept payments online? I'm like, oh my gosh, absolutely. That's an example of like when Veronica got started, she didn't know anything about those things. And she was able to get them set up, right? Be able to accept payments, be able to accept Afterpay and Klarna, right? Like knew nothing, right? Knew nothing. And see, and that's the thing, you guys. And I promise I'm going to get into this. I am, but like, I'm so excited by the questions that I'm getting because it just confirms to me how I could show up every single day and share the same kind of information and it never get old because there's so many people out there with the desire to make money online, the desire to get this stuff. And so many people don't know the basics. They don't understand the basics. right? And knowing how to get paid online, meaning like so people can use their debit or credit card, and knowing how simple it is nowadays, we need more people out there educated and knowledgeable on how to do this. Right. And again, because I've been in this for as long as I have, sometimes I just forget that it's not commonplace. It's not common knowledge for a lot of people that are out there trying to figure this out. And that's exactly why so many people fall back on these biz ops and these like done for you type of deals where it's like, you don't have to do anything. Well, how are you ever going to learn if you never learn, right? Like these elements of running and setting up an online business. You've got to learn these things. How else will you ever be self-sufficient? I used to always pose this question. Like, let's say that someone completely like set up your entire business and you never decided to learn anything. And let's say that you ran your business and you got your business to a place where you felt comfortable that you could leave your 9-to-5 job. You left your 9-to-5 job. Like, would you honestly feel comfortable leaving your 9-to-5 job knowing that you almost have like no working knowledge, right, of the intricacies of your business? Like, that's scary. All I know is that over the years, good times and bad times, it's been my skills, right, of making money online that have been able to get me out of some really, really tough spots, right? It's been able to help me stay paid. Skills pay the bills. Please write that down. Skills pay the bills. And that's exactly what this course enables people to acquire the knowledge and develop the skills. It's really, really a beautiful thing, right? A beautiful thing. So tonight I'm going to talk about my very first year of hitting six figures online. My very first year, I earned $108,000 and some change, as you can see up there. I'm going to break down like the exact process that I followed that year because I do believe anyone can model it. And I believe from the first year that I hit it compared to now, so many years later, that especially because of things like this course, we've simplified the process where anyone can come online, right, and learn how to do this. Anyone can come online and learn how to do this a lot faster. And there are so many people that are popping up, coming into this course, right? And within months getting to six figures, right? Some women within months have actually gotten to $1 million, you know? So we've just really leveled the playing field and we made it where it's not just, it's no longer about bro marketing. It's no longer about, you know, having to be this big influential person. Digital marketing and making a lot of money online is no longer reserved, you know, for the guy that you see out there or the girl that you see out there or the person that you see in the ad. That literally where you are right now, you can decide from where you are right now to make a real go at this and completely change your life in 2024 if you want to, right? Completely change your life in 2024 if you want to. All right. There have been many instances where I've had crazy breakthroughs where like literally like I didn't even recognize going from like barely having $200 in my bank account, right, to the teller asking me, do you keep balances this high in your account? Right. And that was one of those situations where I looked up, I was doing well, but then the owner of the company passed away and the whole company went away because he was a one-man show. I wasn't exercising ownership and control in my business at that time. But I know what it feels like to take a chance on yourself, to have, like I said, less than $200 in my own personal account, to take 147 of that, right, and to bet on myself. And that's what I did. I bet on myself. And in my first 30 days, I'd made 6,000. The next 30 days, I had made up to 17,000 and some change, right? And that was the first time in my business where it was like I really started to understand and see what like multiplication of your money meant. It's like pay all the bills and there's still more money, and then more money just keeps coming in. It wasn't like a replacement game, right? It wasn't a replacement game. Now, being at the age of 49, I want that to be, I don't want that to be a breakthrough for us. Does that make sense? I don't want that. I want it to be a milestone. I want to teach more people how not to join stuff and get those kind of breakthroughs and then not have it built on stable ground. I want to show you and I want to empower more people. Like, let's go get it. Let's go make it happen for ourselves. Let's build foundation so that when we hit these levels in our business, they're milestones. Right? They're the stepping stone for the next step. And if you've been online for any length of time and you've been involved in biz ops and deals and affiliate things, like you know how that kind of money can be. And all I'm telling you is that when you know better and you learn better, you literally do have the opportunity to do better. And that's what I feel like I really have the opportunity to show people through this course, because this course is all about you gaining the knowledge, getting this for yourself, and developing the high income skills that can keep you paid forever. That can keep you paid forever. There's so many paths to allowing these skills to work for you. So many paths. That's the beautiful thing. There have been times in my business where outside of what I was actually promoting, like either as a coach or a consultant or my own digital products, right? Over the years, there's been times when I've been able to activate my skills to help other businesses, where other businesses and business people have paid me thousands of dollars, right? To do things in their business, to build websites, to manage their social media, to write their emails, to manage their email marketing, to build systems for them, all because I gained the skills. Y'all, that's what this is about. That's what this is about. Not enough people are out there talking about why this course is so valuable. This is why this course is so valuable, is that it can forever pay you. Like it can forever equip you to pay yourself, to write your own check. This is not about something that's trending. Like this is about your livelihood forever if you want the internet, right, to be the place where you write your own check and you create your own opportunities. Right? Someone type in write your own check if that is what you want. All right. So grab a notebook. All right. I'm going to talk about my first year. Right. And I'm going to talk about what this year, you're going to understand what the year could look like for you if you just decide. Literally, if you just decide. All right. So the very first year that I hit six figures, right, it was quite a few years into my business. All right. Quite a few years. And I know without a doubt, if I would have had something like this, starting right out the gate, I truly believe by at least, right, my second or third year in business, I could have gotten to six figures, knowing completely nothing. I really, really believe it. But I was a little bit all over the place because I didn't have really clear direction. I knew enough of what to do to make money and to honestly make really good money as a new person, but to build the kind of business that was built on stable ground and I was building a foundation, I didn't have that. I lacked that kind of structure and understanding. So I want you to know, like, what is there for you if you decide to get really serious about this. I love it. Write your own check. Yes, yes, yes. So the first thing I did clearly was I came into this in that year. I knew I had the knowledge. Like I knew that I was already capable of hitting six figures that year if I wanted to. So many of you guys, that's where you're positioned now. You're in a position to get the knowledge. You're in a position to begin to learn, right? And to turn what you're learning into application to actually help you take action inside of your business. That's where so many people get lost, is that knowing doing gap. We may gain the knowledge, but then we don't do what we know to do, right? So we have that gap. When you can close, and I want you to keep visualizing this in your life on a daily basis, right? There's things you know to do, and then there's things that you actually do. Until they become flush, right? You're going to have that knowing doing gap that's going to prevent you, right, from achieving the level of success that you desire. It's that gap. So on a daily basis, I want you to start asking yourself, am I doing what I know to do? I know I'm supposed to upload a video today. Am I doing that? Right? So as you begin to go through the actual course, right, you're going to become more knowledgeable. As you begin to work with me as your mentor, you're going to become, right, more convicted, right, about what you should be doing. When you can close that, and that's, you guys, that's exactly what's happening in my business now, is I just simply decided that no more, right? No more. I'm deciding to require more of myself. Because I just really believe like this is going to be the year where it's like I end it. And I believe I'm going into second quarter that way, where I'm like, I'm not even going to recognize my business. That is what I want. And that is what I want for more people. To not even recognize and to be like, what took me so long? Like, what took me so long to build that actual kind of business? Right? So many of you guys are in a good place. You're getting the knowledge, all right? You're not just going to luck up on six figures. It just does not happen, especially in the times that we're in now. It just doesn't happen that way. It's you have to decide to be skilled, all right? Number two, this was everything with me hitting six figures that year. Is I decided that I wanted to earn six figures. See, the years prior to that, I don't ever recall making it my mission to hit six figures. I don't remember talking about it. I don't remember it being a big deal, right? Like I never remember being intentional and saying this year I'm going to hit six figures. This year, right? The first year that I hit it, I remember I went into the year And I decided this is going to be the year that I do 100,000 or more. So wherever you are right now, if this is the first time like you're hearing this, even though we're talking about the 11th day of the year, it's not too late to decide. It's not too late to decide. And I want to say, if you came into the year and you already had a goal and it wasn't at least 100,000, I'm going to ask that you go ahead and bump it up to at least 100,000. I'm going to ask that you move into a little bit more of an uncomfortable range for yourself, because I believe if you really get serious, that you'll end up, even if you end up not hitting whatever you bump it up to, I believe you'll end up hitting more than what you likely had your mind set on in the first place. All right. So important. All right. So you have to decide. We have to get out of this. I want to make a lot of money. I want to fire my boss, unless it's definitive. Like if you know $60,000, in 2024 would equip you to fire your boss, then that number means something to you, right? So you have to learn how to get very, very definitive. All right. Why is this important? I want to make sure it's not on my notes somewhere, but it's not. The reason why this is so important is because when I decided, I did the math around it as well. When I decided, I did the math around it as well. And I knew what it was going to take in terms of customers and how many things I had to sell inside of my business. I knew the price point of what I was offering. So I knew how many people that was going to take. And I felt really, really good that I could do that if I just decided to lock in and be committed. All right. Number 3, I decided upon the people that I wanted to serve. Okay. You can look at that as a niche. You can look at it as a market. I went into the year knowing exactly what I was selling. And I knew the people that I was going to be serving, right? The people that I would be actually talking to, right? So important. You want to get as defined with everything about your business as you possibly can. It's so important. Like as an example, right? That's one thing I work a lot right now on in my mentorship group is, right, knowing who you're serving. And so Veronica today, she sent me, we were having a conversation and she sent me over, I watched one of her videos and I'm trying to figure out how to help her tweak some things. And because I know her niche and who she's serving, her message was amazing. And I was able to go in and help her tweak her title. And we're going to see how that works. See, when you understand who you're serving, like everything else in your business just began. And Veronica, congratulations to you again, because like your subscriber base, like everything is on point. You're doing so amazing. It's just the tweaking. And that's what a lot of people sometimes are just not available for, the tweaking, right? So like you're doing really, really amazing to be so new at this. You really, really are. So I want to publicly like give you props on that. But when you get solid on your niche, I'm telling you, you guys, like I'm getting a better handle on my own YouTube channel, right? Again, because I have a big year planned ahead of me. I've got to understand what's going on. Niching and knowing who I'm talking to, right, has been the difference maker, Like I can't even tell you how it feels to look at my opt-ins on a daily basis. And I'm like I have a plan, right, with Zapier, and Zapier is connected to my automations. And so as I generate leads, I hooked it up where every time a lead comes in, it's kind of like my own little motivational message, right, that comes in with the lead. And I got a message today that said, you've exceeded your quota. I'm like, okay, those are the messages I'd like to hear. Like I'm blowing my opt-ins out of the water, right, compared to what was happening in my business a month, 2 months ago. Like it's crazy. And it all happened because I decided to get really, really committed with being definitive, like over these things in my business. All right. So like, this is what, again, I'm using to get my business to 1 million. But the same thing was true. I forget what year it was, 13, 14, whatever it was, when I had my first 6-figure year. I knew going into that year who I was serving, because I knew what I was selling and I knew the people that wanted what it was that I was selling. So it wasn't that I was necessarily locked in on like what I was selling. I was, but what was more important was knowing how I was going to serve that group of people. What was more important was knowing how I was going to serve that group of people. And let me tell you, I'm actually going a little bit deeper than what's on my notes. Because I understood how I was going to serve them, The initial opportunity that I was selling, which was a $1,000 thing, I knew it was going to take 100 people times 1,000, right, to equal $100,000 that year. But here's the thing, because I didn't just want to sell them the thing, but I really wanted to help them, I created an entire training portal. Sound familiar, anybody? Sound familiar to what I do now in my business, but I created an entire training portal, right, to help them learn the business that we were promoting. Well, guess what happened? I gave that to them for free. Well, what happened was word on the street got out that I had this training. And so people that were in the business, but that weren't sponsored by me, guess what they started to do? Hey, Steph, how can I get that training? Do I need to re-sign up? And I'm like, that's silly. I'm not going to take $1,000 more of your money just to get your training. So do you know what I did? I just slapped a $297 price tag on it. I monetized my knowledge just like that. So not only did I create it, right, with the heart to want to help my people, but because I created it with the heart to want to help my people, and it was excellent training, when people caught wind of it that were not a part of my business, I was able to monetize that. And I began to earn $300, right? As people were like, Steph, I want your training, I want your training, I want your training. Do you understand that's what happens, right, when you gain these skills? That's what happens when you really learn this business. I have behind me something that came to my mind the other day, and I claim it as being my thought. Like it's what's going to happen this year. But it says, I'm going to make making money online look easy. I know some people say I already do that, but it hit me, like it came to me. I was taking some notes and doing some stuff in my business, and the thought just came to me. You're going to make making money online look easy this year. See, to me, as I recount my journey, I'm like, dang, like this all just seems so simple. Like, how did it flow that way? And it was because, number one, I gained the knowledge. I developed the skills, right? I developed high income skills from like day number one. I began to develop those skills. I treated my business like a business as much as I could early on by learning these things, realizing like nobody was going to come and do these things for me. Nobody was coming to save me. Nobody was coming to, do it. I had to figure all this out, and I figured it out. Y'all have it so much easier with this course. That's all I'm telling you. So much easier. But do you see how positioning myself to help my people, I further pushed myself to my goal? I ended up earning $108,000 that year. Right? Again, because I knew who I was serving and how I, in fact, wanted to serve them. All right. So you got to get solid on who you want to serve, and you got to get solid on how you're going to serve them. All right. What are you going to sell to them? All right. For me, going into this year, what gets me so excited is literally I came into the year. Actually, I thought I was going to start the year still on the same foundation of just selling the course. Right. And then I got inspired by some things that I was beginning to learn and actually experience inside of the course. And that inspired me, right, to add other income streams inside of my business that just work so seamlessly with what I'm doing with the course. And do you know what happened when I did that? It's like I saw my goal, right? I'm like, oh my gosh, I just made it easier on myself. Write that down, y'all. I was like, I just made it easier on myself. It's like now my whole goal is not just riding upon one income stream, but I made it easy on myself. And you know what I experienced just yesterday, which was crazy to me, is that I experienced more money just flowing in, where it was I was like, that had to have happened by people clicking on links in my description. So this store that I just launched on January 1, right, sales were just coming in. Independent product sales, people buying the entire store. And all I could think about was, I'm so glad I listened. I'm so glad I listened to myself. I'm so glad that I spent those 4 nights, right, overnighters, and got this thing done. Because literally I'm setting myself up. But again, it's because I'm solid on my niche. I'm solid on how I want to serve. I'm solid on my solution for my people, right? And so I create the opportunities. I create the space to be able to serve them in this way. Okay? If you want to do $100,000 this year, you really, really have to get solid on this. Okay, it's really part of your clarity work. And those of you guys that are already in the course, as you dive into the initial modules where you start to really focus on your vision for what it is that you want, and defining your business plan, you're going to be going through ideal client work like this. It's going to help you begin to figure out like who you're doing all this for, right? I caught Veronica today when we were chatting, and she was like, she was saying something about her video, but it was from a perspective of how like she felt, and then she was like, but it doesn't matter how I feel about it, right? I'm making it for the people, and that's exactly it. So you have to get solid on who you're serving. That way, guess what? You bring your entire business to them, right? You create everything in your business for them. If you guys have any questions, we're going through this, please let me know. All right. Step number 5. Okay. Does this make sense so far for you guys? Like, are you seeing yourself in this process and how you've got to flesh this out and make this make sense for you? Because number 5, you're going to understand why this is so important. Number 5, I created daily videos speaking to that niche of people. So literally, like, I wish I could go back. I probably could, because I still have those videos. They're just, the majority of them are on private because the business is no longer around. But literally, I was showing up pretty much daily between uploaded content and going live. We didn't have shorts at that time. We didn't have YouTube community. It was just uploading content and going live. So literally, like, on a daily basis, like all throughout the week, right, I was showing up, creating videos and going live, speaking to them, serving them. I was their resource. I was sought after when it came to that business. I was sought after for just me being me. I was what so many people were looking for. I want you to write these things down. I was what so many people were looking for, because I decided who I was serving, how I wanted to serve them, and I made a commitment to be their resource. I wanted the buck to stop with me when someone discovered me. You guys, this is the secret sauce right here. This is the secret sauce. This is why I get messages like, Steph, I already bought the course, but I wish I would have found you first. It's still a good course no matter what. It's still a good course. Use it, like dive in, literally go kill it. The course is amazing. But that's how you get messages like that. Is because people want the proximity. They want the extra. And each and every one of you have the opportunity to be a force out there in this way. Because that's the kind of positioning, right, that like supercharges your earning. That's the momentum y'all need to build up. So you really, really, really want to get solid on who it is that you're talking to. I see people that do what I do, and they're so great at what they do because they've defined who they're speaking to. There's one lady I love. She's a younger lady, and she left her husband about a year ago. I'm not sure the dynamics, right? Left her husband, her and her daughter moved, and she started her life over. And that's like the foundation of her messaging, right? And again, she's in the course as well. She's great at what she does. She's great at teaching. She has a passion for it. And guess who she attracts? A lot of people that get that. A lot of people that are inspired by that story. So she's decided again to make her life, right, an inspiration to others. She doesn't hide it. She uses it for like the catalyst, the reason for why she goes so hard and how she's making a life for her and her daughter. It's beautiful. That's why I tell people there's like no competition. And it's so funny because YouTube has told me that her channel, that's how I became aware of her. My analytics were like, your viewers also watch this channel. And I went and checked her out, and I'm like, that's so crazy. We're so different in terms of like our ages, and we're the same, same color skin, of course. We do the same, we teach and we do things kind of the same, but like, you would think I would go over to her channel and be like, oh, I've spotted competition. But I'm like, so good for her. Like, she is paving her own way. And Like, there's just no competition, y'all. There is just no competition. You realize that, right? People are waiting to hear from you. They're waiting to say, oh my gosh, like Veronica, I can connect. Girl, I totally get you. Shantae, I totally get you. Megan, I totally get you. People are waiting for that, believe it or not. So by showing up daily, whether it's another platform, you're going to attract people to you that want what you have to offer. And y'all, that's all I did every single day. I was committed. I showed up daily. I spoke, I served, and I invited them to be a part of what I was doing. Y'all, please write that last part down, because you can't feel any kind of way about telling people, well, here's the doorway, right? You want in, let's go, right? I'm proud of you. Let's go. That's what you want. Let's go. Like, I love that for you. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? People want to take action. Show them where to take action. Whether it's the course, whether it's your main business thing, it doesn't matter. Show them where to take action. All right. Number 6. And let me go back to number 5 just for a second. I shared this in my mentorship group today. And I don't know if they really got it. I shared it the past couple of days. And I've actually shared this message with other people before. It's so important. The reason the whole daily showing up thing is so important, because you never know. You never know when that person is going to hear you for the first time. Or because life was busy, they missed all of your other live streams. And now you're showing up today and they're able to catch this one thing you're doing today. Or they're able to read this one email that you sent out today. So many people are missing the money, right? Because they're not. It's not that you got to show up daily. Your essence, you've got to be out there, whether it's recorded content, shorts, whatever. People have got to know you're out there. You've got to be visible. Yo, we can't mistake. We can't go days. Like, we're shooting ourselves in our own foot when we do that. And so this first year that I did 6 figures, you guys, I'm not even joking. There were so many nights. This is why I remember this so vividly. So many nights where I was like, I don't want to go live. I don't want to go live. At that time, my kids were younger, so I was still like, I was still the driver, right? Back and forth to school, all these things, right? I was like, I don't want to go live. And so many nights where I went live and went to bed with an extra $1,000, $2,000. Why? Because people were able to join me live. They were able to feel my energy. They were able to vibe with me. They were able to hear what they needed to hear to take action. So many times, right? People were just finding me. And it was my live stream that was like, yes, let's go, Steph. Are you willing to do that this year? Is this the kind of momentum you're willing to build up for yourself this year? Like, you've got to decide to be the business. You've got to decide to be the business. I really hope that you're getting this. Like, I don't think a lot of people are truthful, right? About like you can just do a 2-hour workday. Okay, I'm not going to lie to you and say my day is a 2-hour workday. It's just not. It's just not. And there's so many people I know they'll say the same thing, 4 to 6 hours a day. Of course, you can make it what you want to. But what's more important? Tracking how many hours or hitting your goal? Or loving what it is that you do so much, or like it just doesn't even matter because it just all makes sense and it's all worthwhile. Number 6, I committed to growing daily. I committed to my growth daily. I committed to being a student of my craft. I was committed to figuring out where the deficits were in my business. If I needed to run a promo to get my sales up, I ran the promo. If I needed to put on a special training event for my people to attract more people in, I did it. Am I talking too real here? Am I talking too like marketing talk here? I was committed to growing. I was committed to my goal. I was committed to being a better person. I was committed to business growth. So I was literally unavailable not to hit my goals. On my whiteboard, I was always tracking my money. I always knew what I was earning. And I can remember because my son, more than anything, he'd be like, oh, that's what you earned? I remember one instance he came and he yelled to my husband. He's like, Dad, did you see this? I remember these things. I was committed to growth. Like I was so serious about that year. Are you serious about your growth? Are you willing and ready to do what you've got to do to bring it on? Are you willing to get out of your own way? Are you willing to decide what you're going to exchange for the success that you desire? For some people, that exchange right now needs to be investing in yourself, deciding to get the course, deciding to get the information. For some people, that's the first step. Is that, are you willing to make that exchange? Because if you're not willing to make that exchange, then all of this is probably like just blowing your mind right now. Because it involves you, it involves a commitment, it involves doing the work. So I was committed to growth. And y'all, the great thing about this course is that it'll lock you into growth. Everything you want to learn is in this course. Everything that can help you do 6 figures this year, no matter what you decide to sell. The education, the knowledge is in this course to help you make it so. Do you know the reason why I created that training portal for my people that year is because the crappy business opportunity that I was promoting was just like a money ring, right? We were just selling the opportunity. I had to train them on how to be successful. I had to train them on getting set up. Not anymore, boo-boo. And for a fraction of the cost, $500 versus $1,145 for virtually opportunity, and that was it. And I still had to create the training. Now, guess what? The training is your opportunity. The training is how you decide to level up, right? The training is how you get what you need to actually grow. So you've got to commit to your growth every day. And in my opinion, like that's really where my mentorship comes in. That's really why my mentorship, I believe, is like instrumental and why it's got to be a part of what I do. Is because oftentimes I think people forget to grow. I think people forget like life is about mastery. And if we're not growing, like the world is full of opposites. There's very little things that's just, you just kind of just stay the same. If we're not growing, right, we're dying. There is no staying the same. If time keeps evolving and going on and you're here and not growing, then really you're going backwards because you're not even keeping up, right, with time. So if you know there's only two things, growing or dying, right, what are you committed to? Growth. And you guys, in our businesses, especially online, technology is technology just keeps going. So you've got to decide to be a student of this. You've got to. Every single day I'm in my business. Every single day I'm listening. Every single day I'm learning. Every single day, right? Like I gain more insight. Every single day I'm pushing myself. And guess what? As I push myself and I discover these insights, guess what? I give it back to my people. Because that's what it takes, you guys. This is not for the lazy. It's not for the faint at heart. It's not. You guys, based upon those things, right? Again, my goal was 100,000. I hit over 108,000, right? My first year to committing to this plan. Did I share anything that just seemed like it was so hard? Did I share anything that makes this doable for you, like off the table? You're like, nope, like there's no way I can do that one thing. Was there anything? Or is most of it you just deciding that I'm doing no less than 100,000 this year, right? And yes, I'm willing to do all of these things. I'm willing to get solid on who I'm serving. I'm willing to get solid on my offers. I'm willing to show up daily. I'm willing to have a marketing plan. I'm willing to get out in front of people. I'm willing to let people know I'm here. I'm willing to let people know I have something to sell. I'm willing to let people know on a daily basis how I'm here to help them. I'm willing to grow every single day. I'm willing to dive into the course every single day and learn something new and apply it to my business or apply it to my own life, apply it to my own well-being, apply it to my own personal growth. Like I'm willing to grow. I'm willing to be open-minded. I'm willing to challenge myself. I'm willing to push myself. I'm willing to take tough love. I'm willing to be mentored, right? I'm willing to apply these things to my business to make my business better. I'm willing to put in the hours. I'm willing to learn the tech. I'm willing to learn the tech. I'm willing to learn the tech. Yes, I've got to say that a gazillion times, because if anyone allows the tech to hold them back from achieving their goals, you're in the wrong field. You're in the wrong field, right? One of the basics you've got to learn. And guess what? The beautiful thing is there's no excuse. You learn it right within this course. We handhold you through it all. You can learn it all within this course. I've had many people that are very techie came into this, and Shantae's one of them. She's like, Steph, I wish I would have had this years ago. I think she spent thousands of bucks on learning the tech and workshops and all kinds of stuff. And she's like, I wish I would have had this years ago. This course just simplifies it. It's the easiest thing that it's the best way I can put it. It just simplifies it. And how do you feel knowing that there's literally no excuses? That there's literally no excuses now. Because it's all laid out here for you. Like really in a very step-by-step fashion. And all you got to do is decide what it is that you need and get into the course and get it. Learn it and apply it to your business. When I initially took these notes, I wrote down that I've consistently had a thriving business since. This is what I want to say about this course and where I am now in my business. And if anyone's like, you're on the fence, you're ready to get started, I want to push you over. All right. And anyone that's in my community, they'll tell you I'm telling the truth, because I sent the email out to them today, letting them know, right, that there are changes coming to the mentorship element. And it's only getting better. It's going to be amazing. But tonight is the last night that you can lock all the mentorship elements down at no cost to you whatsoever. Tuesday office hours. Like imagine every week having a place to turn up, to ask questions, to get guidance, to meet me face-to-face on Zoom. Not that I'm a big deal, but just a support element. Like knowing that if you have a question, there's someone there. There are some people that just pop in to say, hey girl, hey, like I'm here, I'm working. Right? But to know you have some place every single Tuesday to pop in and get what it is that you need. It's kind of unheard of out there. To have an entire mentorship hub that's designed with resources, training, and tools to support your journey. Or you can log in whenever you want. You're not compelled to have to do anything. Log in when you want and get what you need and use it for your business. Because come Monday, that's going to have a price tag on it. And it's going to be something that people will have to pay extra for. Because it's that good. It's that good. And then the other element is mastery trainings every month, right? One live private hangout with the community on a topic to help you in mastering key elements of your business. Mastering key elements of your business. All of that is free. All you got to do is decide tonight that you're going to get tapped in. These things are important to me because I know they will help to supercharge your success if you decide to dial in. So for me, this course, when I decided to make the pivot in my business, I've shared this so many times. This course was literally like my life vest. It was my opportunity to take my eyes off of helping so many other people because I had a coaching business. And for me to decide to build the business that I've wanted to build for myself. Knowing that my business is product-based and not chasing clients-based. I woke up one day and I realized like I'm literally like a few fires away to not having a business. And that was just not good for me. Literally, I was like, I'm a few fires away. People just say, I don't need you. I can't afford you. All these individual things. And I was like, and I have nothing outside of my clients because I chose that business model. I chose it. And largely because I was kind of going with the flow of the industry. That's what all female entrepreneurs were doing. They were becoming coaches and consultants. And I knew a lot. And so I felt like it was a really great space for me. And then last year, it was like I just woke up one day and I was like, I don't have my own business. I don't have my own business at this point. And that's when I was like, okay, what do I want to sell? What would I love to sell every single day and know that people could buy it from me 24/7, 365. And I wanted it to be product-based. Absolutely. I did not want to do service work. And I was like, I could take one of my courses and just keep selling that, but it didn't feel like the direction for me. And for a split second, I was going to license my library of products. But I was like, I don't want the legal headaches of that. I don't want the complications of that. I really wanted something like way more passive at this phase of my life and business. And then literally, like, I'm not even lying, the roadmap fell into my lap. And I invested in it, and I kind of forgot about it for a moment. Have you ever done that? Like, invested in something and you didn't log in and start taking action immediately? That's what happened to me. And then someone came into my world and they mentioned, I was like, wait a second, I think I bought that. And I logged in. It was like about a month later. I logged in and I was like, oh my gosh, this is exactly it. My first thought was this, I'm getting the people need this. And I knew this was it. Like, I knew this was my answer. But again, the way I'm driven was I thought about other people first. I'm like, oh my gosh, the people need this. I'm going to give them what they need to succeed, and I'm going to give them opportunity, right? I'm going to give them info and opportunity. And it just seemed brilliant to me. And so I got set up, and that's how I started for the first few months. And then I decided to really be a student of this. And that's when it like dawned on me, like there were blind spots in my own business. There were things I could do better. There were things I could hone in on. I actually did learn from this course. Like, I learned how to put my own, almost makes me want to cry, because it's like, you're never too old to begin learning. Like that, there's always opportunity for growth. And that's when I put my own life vest on, and I'm like, my business will never be in the hand of just a few people. I will never be a fire or two away from not having a business. And yesterday was such a big wake-up call when my phone kept cha-chinging, and I'm like, where's this coming from? And it was like 14, 27, 57, 149. And those were all from my store. I sent out one email to my email list. But I don't even think anyone bought from my email list. These sales were coming in because I did one video, and I have my store link in my description. And people just, that's the kind of business that I wanted. That's what I wanted. So it's like I was able to take the course, make money from the course, right? And I love it. Again, the same thing. You saw people popped in here and said, Steph, I just bought. They could buy from my content. And so way back, like in July, I heard someone on social media. This was, again, still when I was trying to figure out how I was going to do this, how I was going to make this pivot. She told a story of how her neighbor, she didn't know what her neighbor was doing. And she said, hey, girl, what are you doing over there? And she's like, oh, I'm just live streaming. She's like, live streaming about what? She's like, I just show up and I just share my life. She said, last month I made $22,000. And when I heard that, I didn't even know what she was selling, but I said, that's the business model that I want. That's what I want to do. I just want to show up. I want to inspire the people, and I want to make money. I saw the vision of my business, and that's what I decided to create. But I feel like I took it a bit further, because I don't just live stream, but I create content, right, that lives on, that gets views every day. And those views, right, passively make me money. I didn't know the store was going to be a thing for me. I didn't know how far I was going with this whole done for you master resale rights thing. I had no idea. But I became a student in what I was learning. And it dawned on me, Steph, let's just make life easy for people. If they don't want to create, they don't have to create, right? Let's give them access to the resources to help them get set up fast and help them in earning fast. And that kind of became my shtick in my business. I'm like, that's what I want to do. This course really helped me to define my vision, to see it clearer than I could have seen it all by myself. And I'm telling you, it's one of the most important steps you can make in your business, is to decide to constantly be seeking clarity, to know what it is that you want, and to constantly be going after it and building upon it and being open for more clarity, more levels of clarity, and taking action swiftly. When I gave myself the clearance to do this store, 4 days of redesigning all the products, doing the mock-ups, doing the covers, putting the framework to the store together because I was committed to shooting my first video on January 1. Go look at my videos. That video was posted on January 1. You guys, I'm showing up daily to inspire you. I'm showing up daily to empower you. I'm showing up daily to be an example of what is possible. If you decide to think different, be different, act different, show up different, make different decisions, and truly decide to be about what you want this year. I want this to be a life-altering year for so many people. Like, this is not a game. I am not here to sell you. If anything, I am here to lock you in on what it is that you want, right? And to help you go get it. And the way that I see it, like this course, like it is the piece, it is the bit that's going to help you get what you need to help you get what you want. It's the shortest path to acquiring the knowledge and beginning to develop the skills to help you make money online in a legit way that is sustainable and that you can build upon. No matter what your passion is, you don't have to do exactly what I do in my business. You don't even have to sell the course as your own. Use the information, right, to build and grow your business vision. To me, that is the most surest path to making the money you want to make. Why? Because you'll be eager to be involved in your business on a daily basis. What I do is fun. What I do, I love. And I think it shows in like every single thing that I do. And I sincerely want that for more people. I'm just going to give you a call to act. I'm going to give you a call to action to take action. If you have any questions, please put them down there. I'm going to make sure that I didn't skip over anything. No time for passion. I just want to represent change, pushing change like Obama in 08. Love your show. I have to learn the passion part. God gave me the tech part, and I am sacrificing, I feel, in going to a 6-month boot camp at a very nice university here in Dallas. I just enrolled $9,000 for 6 months. Awesome. Go for it. Yeah, go for it. Shantae says, I sure did. Them fake gurus, they're all over the place. They're all over the place. Yeah, that's why we're needed out there in the marketplace. Just more real people that are like, this is how I'm doing it. This is legit how I'm doing it. And you can do it too, right? Get the course, buy my ebook, buy my course, do whatever it is you're selling, right? Get the thing. Show up daily, right? Show up daily. So you guys, again, today, I'm gonna take a sip of my water because I am behind on my water, my collagen intake. So I was like, I'm bringing my water because I gotta get it in. If you guys have questions, let me know. But tonight is the last night, right, to secure full mentorship. And I want you to benefit from it. It's going to be so good for you. The course is amazing. The access that you get to ask questions and to get individualized help, right? Especially like on Tuesdays, amazing. The mastery sessions on a monthly basis, amazing. The extra stuff you'll get in the mentorship hub, amazing. I got so much great feedback today from the email that I sent that I was not expecting, right? Of people just so excited about what's happening and what they're going to have access to. I was just trying to give the scoop. I had no idea people would be so excited. And it's because I love what it is that I do, and I really want to make this space better for people, right? It's like Hannah and Zach, the owners or the creators of the roadmap, right? Their whole thing is, creating a better experience. Like I feel that. I want it to be easier and more accessible for people to get what they need to help them make it in this space. Like literally this course has made it where it's no longer about investing thousands of dollars to get access to a little bit of information, all because you get proximity or because you were taught it from this person, like Shantae said. You pay thousands, right, because this person taught it from their yacht. Do you really need their yacht to help you be successful, or do you really just need the information? And that's how I feel about this course. It's affordable, it's accessible, and it literally gives people what it is that they need to get what it is that they want. All right, so you can take action down below in my description. All right, get the course, lock yourself in, and let's go. Let's go. This first quarter, so instrumental for the momentum that you build. I shared this in my mentorship group, and I'm telling you, when these things come to me, I am learning like to embrace them and to claim them like really as like that was not a far-fetched thought. But I was laying in bed on, I think it was Sunday night, and I was thinking about my first week of January, right? And I said, okay, I earned this my first week of January. And I started thinking, and I said, how cool would it be, right? Okay, I earned this my first week. My second week, I'm going to double that, okay? So like pretend, right? This is an easy number. This is what I did with them. So pretend it was $1,000 my first week, right? I was like, okay, right, double that. So in this instance, right, I'm going to earn $2,000 my second week, right? And then my third week, what am I going to earn? Somebody write it in there. What am I going to earn? If I earn $1,000 my first week, right, $2,000 my second week, that's $3,000 by the second week of the month, okay? Now I take that second week number, and what do? Right? We double that for the third week, right? So now the third week, I earned $4,000 for that week. Where does that put us? $4,000, $2,000, $1,000, $7,000. And then just what if we just go ahead, the final week, we go ahead and double it again, right? What does Nipsey Hussle say? Double up, right? We're going to double it up. $8,000 the final week. What does it end up being? $15,000. You guys, I always have these crazy thoughts, and I need to stop calling them crazy, because when I embrace them, I make them real. I'm not getting kid like I find a way, because they won't leave me. So now my mind begins to go to work with, okay, so now how do you do that? Do you see how the opposite? We're getting ready to flow here for a little bit. Just settle in, y'all. This work gets good. But the call has closed out if you want to leave. But if you want to get tapped in. You'll lock in your mentorship. All right. If you don't have to pay for your mentorship, I don't want you to pay for your mentorship. I want you to get locked in. Now, the course will always be good. The course will always be amazing. Right. But I'm extending this out because I want to help you build momentum during this first quarter. I want you to work with me during this first quarter. Right, to get really, really solid on the entire year ahead. Okay, GoProWithSteph.com. Klarna and Afterpay are both accepted, right, to help you in spreading out your payments. All right, so those two there are accepted. I accept PayPal as well. You'll see it all there, very, very easy. And guess what? If you decide to sell the course like I sell it, you're going to learn how to get set up just like that. You could even have a model of my system if you want to build your system out the way that my system is built out. It's all in my mentorship hub. All right. You'll have everything that you need. If you have any questions, right, feel free to shoot me over an email. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions, right, with the intent of getting you in. But seriously, if you do have a question, just shoot it over to me. More than happy to answer it for you. All right. And just, I want to share one thing about the course in case anyone, because someone asked me today, like, are you only saying it's good because it's your course? It's not my course. I licensed this because it is that good. Right. And they asked, am I going to be overwhelmed or am I going to like really learn what to do? Okay. Overwhelm is something we create for ourselves. Is the course a hot mess and all over the place? Absolutely not. And I'm sure other people will weigh in. Absolutely not. Right. Module by module is very definitive what you're going to learn in that module. Short, condensed, really simple to process lessons. Right. You will be made better. You will be made better. And again, you have my mentorship where you can pop on a Tuesday and say, hey, Steph, this is what I'm wanting, right? Can you point me maybe to the module that will help me get the precise answer, right? Or details that I need. Absolutely, I can do that, right? Absolutely. So no, the course will not overwhelm you unless you want to be overwhelmed. It's going to provide clarity. It's going to give you peace of mind. It's going to give you instructions. It's going to help you get everything set up, right? Terrence said, absolutely not. It's going to give you everything that you need to help you get set up. And so, no, I'm not just saying that because I'm not the one that created the course. I believe that much in it, right, to share it with other people as someone that's licensed the course. So the course, right, is learn and earn. It gives you the opportunity to learn digital marketing and the skills of online business, or should I say, it's going to help you learn digital marketing and the business of online business. It's going to help you develop those skills so that you can be self-sufficient out there on the internet making money. It's going to afford you the opportunity to make money for yourself, meaning the knowledge is going to help you create your own opportunities if you want to create your own business from an idea that you have, or you can turn right back around and sell the course as your own, as your first digital product if you don't know what direction you want to go in your business. That's why I say I would have loved to have had this when I first got started, because that's exactly how I started my business, except for it was a very low cost ebook and I learned from it and I turned right back around and began to sell it because I was so excited and I knew other people needed this information. So you could be like me where you're like, I want to learn how to make money online, but I don't really have a solid plan. Well, the course can be your first digital product. And you can earn $500 every single time that you sell it to someone else that you recommend it to, because you know it's going to help them learn how to begin making money online and making their online business dreams a reality. So you have the opportunity component, and then you have the ownership component. You will be able to download the course and own it. It becomes a digital asset that you own. Just like if you would have created it, right? Except for in this instance, you're not creating it, yet you still get to own it. So you are investing into and or purchasing a digital asset. So you get the knowledge and skill, the opportunity, and the ownership. Beautiful. $500 one time. No annual fees, no monthly fees, right? Whenever they make upgrades like they just did a few months ago, we are not charged extra. Right? And you get the opportunity, right, of my mentorship to support you on this journey as well. All right. Now I'm going to go back to the thought that I was just sharing, because I think it's powerful. Remember I said things come to me like that thought right there, and I wrote it up on my board. I'm going to make making money online look easy. And then I had that thought about, the money. My mind begins to go to work. Well, Steph, how are you going to make making money online look easy? How are you going to double up your money every single week like that? And so my mind begins to go to work, and I begin to create. I began to do videos, go live. I begin to work my business, right? I began to reach out to people, because it's like at that point, I'm now unavailable for that idea to not be a reality for me. Like, I feel like it didn't come to me for me to say, oh, that's wild, that's crazy. I feel like it came to me, and it always feels very personal. I feel like it came to me because I'm supposed to make sense of how to make it real. Now, how come I already did that for this week? How come I already did that for this week? So on the opposite side of that, if you're more driven, or you feel like, let's take the driven out of it, right? If you're like, but Steph, the opposite happens for me, right? Like, I keep wondering if I can do this. Will I waste my money? Or maybe you've invested and you're like, will this work for me? So you do nothing. Believe it or not, your mind begins to find evidence that, yeah, you know what? It's not going to work for you. You're right. You're crazy. Who do you think you are? You can't do what you see her doing, or your mind, right, begins to satisfy that question, because you're making room for it. So now you begin to believe, you're right, I can't do it. You've created that. And so now that becomes your reality. Because again, your mind is trying to find evidence. Just like my mind is finding evidence and finding ways to make the thought that came to me real. And these things end up working out for me, right? Like, I end up hitting my mark. Now, there are times where I ignore them, right? Especially when I didn't know to really pay attention. And so, of course, my mind wouldn't go to work to make it real because I wasn't trying to be intentional about it. But you see how, like, you can be sabotaging yourself, because instead of these thoughts that come to me and I'm like, okay, like, let's make it real. Right? I'm here to double up every single week. I'm here for it, and it's possible. If on the other hand, you're like, I don't know if this is going to work. I've done 5 whole videos and I just don't know. I just don't know if I have it. Your mind begins to satisfy and begins to point out things. You're right. That's why you don't have it. Another example of why you don't have it. And then you end up backing down. I want to inspire and I want to empower you, right? To really listen to and to pay attention to what is it that you want. I want to empower you to decide to be a little bit outside of the norm for you. Because this isn't woohoo. And if you really began to break down your life and your wins and your L's, you likely would see, yeah, like my mind thought a lot on that particular scenario. If you break down your wins, you're like, yeah, like maybe you're like, I was obsessed. Like I was all up in it. And if you break down your L's, you'll probably say, yes, I was obsessed with the L's. Like my mind kept working. You'll realize, right, that it was literally the actions that you put in was based upon the thoughts that you had. The thoughts came first. So I want you to really, really get fixed on what it is that you want. Make it real for you. Make it make sense for you. Even if it might feel crazy, make it make sense for you. And you're allow your mind to begin to go to work, right, on in fact making it real. Because remember, I saw someone just say something about manifest. Manifestation is not a positive thing, right? Manifestation is just what happens when you decide and you take action and things happen. If you have bad credit, you manifested bad credit because of decisions that you made. So none of us need to learn how to manifest. We are always going to manifest. What we need to learn how to do is make better decisions. Make decisions that support where we want to go, period. If you had a crappy 2023, you manifested that because of decisions that you made. If you want a better 2024, make better decisions that are supportive, right, of what you actually want to get. I really, really hope that tonight's live stream has served you. I shared way more and I, kicked down way more knowledge than I intended to, but that's just how these things roll. That's why I love doing them. Again, I would love to be the mentor in your corner to help you get what you want out of this year. I believe there's so many 6-figure success stories that are out there. And I would love to help you be able to chart it, be able to put it together, to be your accountability partner, whatever it takes. Like the container is here, right, with this mentorship to help you make it real. Get your hands on this amazing course. I'm telling you, like, you're going to see that you have everything that you need, right? Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. My community members, like, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for your kind words. Thank you just so much for showing up and being committed to your own success. And for anyone that's out there on the fence or you're just here for it, right? I'm so glad that you're here. I hope you got a lot out of this. Remember to take action. Don't ever, ever, ever give up on your goals, your dreams. It's never too late. I'm 49 years old and I just don't believe it's ever too late. You can always decide you want to go for more. You can always decide there's a reason to go for more. You can always make up your mind, right, to do something different, to pivot, whatever. And if you think about it, it all comes down to us deciding to invest in ourselves. And that's how I look at the course. You're not paying me for the course. You are invested into yourself. You are getting what you need to help you get what you want, right? And then some, right? So you guys have a fantastic night. For all of y'all that already got started today, welcome aboard. I'm so super excited for you. I'm going to be sending each and every one of you guys a personal email to let you guys know what's going on behind the scenes so you know what to expect between now and Monday. And for anyone else that's ready to go, the link is down below in the description, GoProWithSteph.com. Once you go there and you get the information, if you do have any questions whatsoever, do not hesitate to hit me up via email because the mentorship, the full mentorship does go away tonight. And I don't want you to miss it just because of a question or two. All right. I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.